Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, June 20th. I'm outside filming because it's a beautiful morning. It's supposed to get real hot this week here in Georgia, so I'm taking advantage of it now. So, drinking my coffee. And yes, I kind of am a little late to the party on this RSD show and tell, if you will. Saturday was just a busy day. I went out to Sweet Melissa's record store in Marietta, Georgia. Never been there before. It's a cool record shop, antique shop. Owners are really cool, nice. A little bit of a tight shop, so navigating is tough. But I'll definitely be going back there again. They had a ton of RSD titles, and they had a bunch of holdover titles. Like I saw the Ramones box from the last drop. They had like 3 of those left. They unfortunately don't sell online, at least to my knowledge. So if you're in the area, you can stop by and maybe pick some of those up. So I don't know. Great shop. I'm gonna definitely be going back. So all right, what did I pick up? All right, we'll start with this one right here. Go Ahead Punk. Make My Day. This is a compilation of punk music from, I believe it's 5 bands. Let's see: Guttermouth, The Vandals, AFI, Jughead's Revenge, and The Offspring. And they each do 2 tracks on here, and this was a comp that came out, I believe, in like early 90s, 96. So maybe not the early 90s, but you know, this was kind of a time when I was listening to a lot of punk music. So something I thought was a cool comp for RSD. Another one I wasn't really anticipating picking up, but this is Collective Soul. This is their 3rd album, Disciplined Breakdown. Came out on Craft, as did the Go Ahead Punk comp. 25th anniversary. This is one that I'm not familiar with, but I do have a soft spot for Collective Soul. I don't know why. They, alt rockers from the 90s. I was looking at the hype stick there. It's Lacquer's Cut by Kevin Gray at Coherent, and I don't know. I just wanted to check it out. It really wasn't all that much. I want to say it was maybe $22 at that shop, so I was like, what the hell? All right, next. Okay, another Craft. All right, this is Esther Maro, Sister Woman. When I was going through the list, this would never have popped up remotely ever in being something that I would pick up for Record Store Day. But I was watching a live stream or a video, and somebody dropped down in the comments, I listened to this, I streamed this, and it's absolute fire. And I was like, okay, well, let me see what it is. It came out in 1972, and it really is a great soul funk type album from that era, and it's something that I'm kind of slowly getting into, trying to find more and more acts that are maybe off the beaten path a little bit. But it just says a soul gem back on vinyl for the first time since 1972. Let's see. Brings jazz, gospel, and R&B influences to the socially conscious lyricism of the early 70s soul. All analog mastering by Kevin Gray at Coherent. So I decided to pick this up, and there's a couple tracks on here. Woman in the Windows kicks it off, which was something I listened to, streamed, and it was really good. And Ghetto was a good, the lyrics of that song, pretty good, talking about where you find ghettos. But something I definitely picked up, and I'm excited to go ahead and listen to. Let's see. All right, so I thought, this is My Morning Jacket. This is an acoustic set by basically Jim James, and live from RCA Studio A, Jim James, on black vinyl, cut at 45 RPM. I was looking at the track listing. I'm a big My Morning Jacket fan, so this was something that I wasn't really anticipating, and I actually made a mistake. I got this mixed up with the Wilco CD that was coming out. I thought this was coming out only on CD when I saw it on vinyl. I believe it was like maybe $20. So, I don't know. I overspent, as I always do, but decided to pick that up. Let's see. Can't get it out the bag here. Okay, so these are the three that really piqued my interest. Pearl Jam Live on Two Legs. I had this on CD. I wore this thing out. I think it's in my truck now. It's just buried. I love this era. This came right after, I believe, Yield. The track listing on here is phenomenal. And I always love this. And now Pearl Jam released a ton of bootlegs on their own. Back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, it seemed like every show you went to, they were releasing those on CD. And if you go and you look, and you can pretty much find any Pearl Jam's show from that era moving forward. And I believe the 10 Club has a bunch of other releases that they released specifically to them, but Pearl Jam Live is great. Again, 98 tour, Yield tour, yeah, so it was on Yield. But I love this. I have not listened to this one yet, and I was watching the Vinyl Den, and they said there's been a lot of warping issues, so I'm curious. This will be the first one I probably listen to and open up, but I'm really excited when this came out, and this is where patience, you know, kind of wins over. This was going for, you know, I was looking at a copy on Discogs that was going for an original copy for like almost $300, and then I saw the announcement, and I was super excited when I saw that. I think that was $40, maybe $42, but I went ahead and picked it up anyway. I was so excited when that was coming out, because it really is one of my favorite Pearl Jam outputs, more so than any of their real recorded stuff. I love live music, but yeah, that's probably one of my favorite albums. If not, that's probably one of my favorite live albums, to be honest. All right, this was on the fence about picking it up, but when you're standing there holding it in your hands, just Prince. This is the Gold Experience. I you know, because it's so rare, or was so rare, I just decided, you know, what the hell. I mean, I like Prince. I'm not a super huge fan of Prince, but just because of what it is, I decided to go ahead and pick it up and listen. I'll give that a spin today while I'm doing nothing. All right, let's see. Oh, I got two more in here. Oh, also one of my favorite movies from the 90s, Wes Anderson, The Royal Tenenbaums. Decided to get this. I missed out on the one where they did the comp of all his music, or all his movies, comp from all the movies. So I wanted to make sure I went ahead and got that. Okay, and lastly, this is not an RSD title. This is not something I know, but Sweet Melissa, they rolled out like a bin in the morning that was, everything was 50% off. And I'm standing there in line, and unfortunately I didn't get the guy's name. He was an older guy, but he was talking about a Facebook online auction and some of his favorite bands, and he mentioned the Decemberists, and there was probably about, I don't know, maybe 200 records in this 50% off bin, and he's flipping through, and he came across, he's like, oh man, this is really a shame. I love this band, but you know, it's kind of a shame that this is 50% off. And this is Black Prairie Fortune. And he said it's 4 members of the Decemberists with a female singer. He said his favorite band was the Decemberists. He's like, do you know who they are? I'm like, no, I don't. But he's like, all right, well, here, listen to this. And he played me a track. You know, it's folk, kind of modern day folk music. And I thought I thought it was really good. And I'm like, I just asked him, I said, hey, you know, is it worth, I don't know, it was like half off of $22. So it's like $11. It's like, is it worth $11? He's like, absolutely. So, this came out in 2014. So I went ahead and bought it. You know, I figured for $11, what the heck? And, you know, I'm going to give that a spin. So, anyway, I hope hope everybody got what they wanted on record store day. Yeah, the traffic definitely seemed very light. I actually went to 2 stores. Um, so, oh, that second store, that's not the one. I picked up a couple of things in that second store. I went to a CD warehouse. I was giving it that had record store day, and those 2 are ones that I picked up for friends. So I'm going to be sending those off. But Ghosts of RSD Pass. I saw this. Delvon Lamar, Organ Trio, live in Loveland. RSD Pass, Ghosts of RSD Pass from Russ at Mama's Records. I love Russ. He showed this, and it was there, and it was listed as $28.99, but there was like 15% off of that. This is Coal Mine recorded live to tape at Coal Mine HQ. I love Coal Mine Records. They do some really cool stuff. A lot of funk, like modern day funk and stuff, sold. So it was something that I saw that day, that morning, and was like, you know, if Russ likes it, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. So thank you, Russ. And I'm going to go ahead and listen to it. So I need to get the trash out. So hope everybody had a good RSD. And I will see you all soon, hopefully. Real soon. All right. Thanks. Bye.